think for a second. What would you do if you get your medical report that says you have a stage 4 cancer and you have very few months left to live?
And then you're 46-year-old and you have a lovely life partner and 3 kids.
Well, this is not a movie situation, but a real life story.
Randy Post, the author of the book Last Lecture, got to know that he had stage 4 pancreatic cancer and very few months left. And that man decided to do something extraordinary which nobody did earlier to him.
He decided to give one last lecture of his life being a professor at the Carnegie Mellon University.
What would you tell to the world and family in the last 80 minutes of your life?
Now it's up to us, Books and Bliss gang, what we have learned out of this book. What are the top 3 lessons for all of us? Tina?
Well, my top 3 lessons are: number 1, when you are screwing up something and nobody is telling you anything, it means that they have given up on you. So, whenever somebody is criticizing you, it means that there is still some room left for your improvement. My lesson number 2. Experience is what you get when you did not get what you wanted, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And my last lessons, which Randy Post termed as brick walls. Brick walls are those hindrances which we get when we try to attempt something new. Now you need to understand that these walls are not there to stop you, because they are there to realize you that how badly you want something. These walls are actually to stop other people who do not want anything so badly as you want. So tell me, Starry, what are your lessons?
I must tell Chinab, your life lessons were truly inspiring. Now my 3 top lessons. Number 1, the Friday night solution. So when he got a tenure very early than his teammates, he was asked, what's your secret? And he said, drop in at my place Friday night 10 p.m. I'll tell you. And the secret was the 2 words, that is work hard. Working hard is like a compound interest in your bank. So all you millennials out there who want to be proud of yourself as well as to excel, work hard is the secret you should try. The second life lesson for me is thank you notes. In this era of hearting in Instagram, liking on Facebook and tweeting on Twitter, we have forgotten the lost art of writing thank you notes. I believe writing is an art we should definitely carry forward, because writing pours out your emotions. So I have been a fanatic fan of writing letters. You should also start. The third is the first penguin. The first penguin are known as glorious winners. If you've tried something and you have failed, my dear friends, don't call it as your failure. You have failed glorifyingly, and that is your experience. You have learned an experience from that can help you propel ahead in life. So these were my 3 lessons. Now I would like to hear from you. What's your 3 lessons?
Right, so my top 3 lessons goes like this. Number 1, attitude. So even in that dire situation where that person was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer and he had less than 6 months, he never felt victim of life. He had this optimism with him, as well as he had this fighting spirit. So if that man can do it, we all can do it. We should always have attitude of fighting and optimism rather than being victim. Lesson number 2, head fake learning. We all do this thing, but I got to know about this thing only by reading this book. So when we go to learn football or any other sports, we think we will become best at that skill. But side by side, we also get to learn team building and other skills. So these are called head fake learning. You go into the process for learning point A and ultimately you learn point B, which really makes more difference in our life. And last and the most important lesson is never stop obsessing over what other people will think about it. So human beings' greatest fear is not public speaking, I guess. The fear is what other people will think about our action and our behavior. and because of this fear, we tend to restrict ourselves by doing things and activities which we really like, which we really enjoy, and which has potential to give value to the world. So I guess all of us need to get rid of this instinct of having fear with what other people will think, so that we can make our life more joyful. So all of you people, if you have read this book, share with us what are your top 3 lessons from the book, the last lecture. And for those who haven't read it, we at Books and Bliss strongly recommend this book to all of you, because this book has power to change your life. You can also watch the video of Randy Post on YouTube. And that's it from our side. Books and us. Your life is going to be